let's get on with my blog for this week. I need to confess to you that I haven't done a blog in a couple of weeks, and I shall tell you why. The first week of doing my blog was my birthday week, and it was the 52nd blog. I was going to do a very special thing. I was going to use this new device that I'd got to record sound bites from past blogs and sort of put them into a one thing. Unfortunately, the soundbite thing didn't work, and then I lost everything that I'd worked on when we had a half an hour blackout. So I thought, well, I'll wait until the next week. So the next week came, and I was down in Sanctum in the Bilton Gorge, and I did a blog there, and it didn't upload properly. So I thought, well, I'll wait for the next week. So it's week 53 now. Week 54 now, and finally I'm coming to you with a blog. So sorry about that. On the other hand, I have uploaded lots of pictures on my MySpace, and there have been lots of things added on YouTube with videos of Jens the Budgie and my trip to York and my trip to Bilton Gorge. So there's been plenty going on. So let's run through what I've been doing then. I started my week off work with my trip to Cage Gladiators 11, and I did a special report for that for MMA Hit Pit as per usual. MMAHitPit.com, you can go and read it for yourself. Following that, I had my birthday on the Tuesday, and you'll see that on my MySpace with this blog I have included another video of me opening all my presents. Thank you to all the well wishes there. The next day I went on a trip with my mother to York, which was rather nice. So I've got lots of things posted from there. Towards the end of that week, my sister Rosie, she had her birthday as well. She's 2 years younger than me, but she had her birthday on the 14th, and she announced that she was going to be getting married. She started her engagement to her long-time boyfriend called Tom. They met at university when they were doing accountancy. They're now both working with PricewaterhouseCoopers, the auditors. They're quite well paid. She's exceptionally intelligent, and they are planning their wedding for 2011, I believe. So it's going to be a year or two, but that's nice. It's not a complete surprise for everybody, it has to be said. Unfortunately, we've had a family member die. My maternal grandmother, one of her sisters, who cut themselves off from the rest of the family for about 45 years after a dispute with her siblings, has died. She was in her mid-80s, but she was rather healthy, so they are doing an autopsy, although they believe that she died because she had a heart attack. Probably because she was still in grief over her long-time husband, who had died not long before. Now, my nan is probably going to be going to the funeral as chief mourner, because her other sister is in her mid-90s and extremely frail. So frail they aren't telling her that her sister has died in case she, the stress of it kills her. On the forum, has to be said, it's been a difficult couple of days. I'm sure that everybody's going mad about all these booby pictures. We don't do booby pictures, people. We don't do booby pictures. Just don't do it. That includes Q, and it includes County Mike, tut tut tut, and it includes Chuck being difficult. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I do believe that we are still reviewing people's talk about what to do with some sort of politics. Because there's a lot of threads in the woodshed about politics. I don't know if there's going to be a section for that or not, but we haven't forgotten people have sort of raised that as an issue. In a couple of weeks' time, I am going to something called the 10th Legion. It's a company run by a guy called Alan Orr, who lives in York. I shall be going to interview him shortly. And then I shall be going to his MMA production. It's a new one based in Hull. It's got quite good people on the card, international stars as well as British talent, including Jess Liadon. So I'm looking forward to that. That's coming up, I believe, on the 5th of next month. So it's rather soon. I shall hopefully be covering that for MMA Hit Pit as well. There are preliminary dates for my second American Dreams US States tour. I shall reveal them later. I'm not going to do that now because I'm still waiting on confirmation for a couple of people. But if you live in states like Washington DC, Missouri, Virginia, Illinois, Iowa, New Jersey, Pennsylvania or New York, you ought to get in touch with me. Chuck's also coming up from Florida, so well done you. Let's finish off with our prayers. If you look on the little write-up to this video, you will see the stuff that I've been given from Matt Howage. I'd like to also remind people that Boomer is still on deployment and we should still be praying for him. Kyle, a member of our forum, has asked us for prayer about, he's a member of the armed forces and a lot of his team are suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, and there have been several suicides, so we're praying for them. And I have heard that Amy, our forum moderator, Texas RN, her father was ill not so long ago, but we've had good news, and that is that he is recovering. It was something to do with mixed up medication, I believe. So I'm glad that's all working out, and we are praying for all of them. The only other thing to say is, of course, that I have bought Jens the Budgie. He is to teach me a good lesson in intrinsic value. Intrinsic value is the fact that everything is created, has worth, because it was created by God, or if they are human, they're made in the image of God. This is outlined in 2 of the 4 Gospels, and they used to illustrate this, the humble sparrow which is not thought to have much worth. They demonstrate that God knows them intimately and loves and cares for them, so how much greater will he care and love for human beings? So I bought a budgie to remind me of that. I called it Jens because I call all my pets after mixed martial artists, and I am trying to teach Jens to speak at the moment. I've had him about a week and a bit and he hasn't said anything yet, but it can take a while. I have had him out flying twice, which has been rather good. So we're just sort of seeing how that comes along, really. Should keep people updated. And I think that's about all I have to say.